Hey everybody, Bob Lewis here with a video. I just wanted to talk about some things that I was going through just an old box of kind of inserts from the 90s, and just occurred to me, I can sound nostalgic, but it's not. It's like they don't make cards like they used to in a lot of ways, and I'm going to show some things to kind of illustrate what I'm talking about. And first I wanted to touch on, I'm back in Fort Wayne, Indiana from Pittsburgh, and I'm working here this week, and on the way in I was listening to some Baseball Card Junkies TV, and they were talking about, and I think they did an episode devoted solely to the topic of relics and memorabilia cards and the authentication of those cards. And it really got me thinking, like, I've never really checked to see what kind of authentication the manufacturer put on any of those cards, really. So I just had a couple examples. Like, so this is a cool card from a 2001 Bowman. It's a Minnie Minoso 52 Bowman reprint with a little back card there. Now, that looks cool. Here's the back. But there is absolutely nothing on this card that says what that is, what that piece of wood is right there. So, and there's this little hologram that says, Tops, and there's a 7-digit number on there. And I just tried to do a little quick research there. As far as some different forums were considered, Tops doesn't offer anywhere an inventory where you can like punch that number in and find out what that is. So this card really means nothing to me. And then this is private stock. I think that's a Pacific brand, but a Juan Gonzales back card, you would think, because it's a piece of wood. And it says authentic game used bat. But the back says nothing about that, and it just made me think, they were being sarcastic, saying, maybe this was a bat that his grandma used in a backyard game or something silly. But really, if it doesn't say it, how are you supposed to know? Now, Upper Deck did a good job of doing that. Here's a Frank Thomas, and it says, you have received a Frank Thomas game used jersey. On the front of the card is an authentic piece of game used jersey worn by Frank Thomas in an official Major League Baseball game. So that's, I get what they're talking about. That's the kind of authentication you want. And this is a what is this, 2001 Absolute Memorabilia. Now, the player's not the greatest. Richie Sexson seemed like when I pulled these from packs, I'd always get players like Richie Sexson or Ben Sheets. But on this it says, the enclosed piece of base was cut from an authentic base used in an official Major League Baseball game, and actually gives the date of April 6, 2001, featuring the Brewers and Reds. So I don't really think you can get any more specific than that. I like that kind of authentication, and I'm not really in the market for memorabilia or relics cards, but if I was, that was good advice that they gave. So I appreciate them kind of bringing that to my attention. Excuse me. So I just was going through some of my 90s insert stuff, and I just, I don't collect to the extent that I did then. I don't collect like that now. But, and I get that there were a lot more companies kind of competing against each other, so kind of had to be at the forefront of innovation. And you just don't see cards like, this is a Studio 97 Studio hard hats Frank Thomas, like a die cut like that. It's numbered out of 5,000. But pretty cool card. Planet Metal. Die cut like that. Mark McGuire. None of these are really top dollar cards, but they're just cool. They don't. I don't see. You don't see cards like this anymore. 97 Pinnacle Shades. It's cut like at the top like a pair of sunglasses, like a pair of shades. I always liked Flair Ultra and their inserts. Frank Thomas. Baseball Rules. And then like a hitting machine. Derek Jeter with like the gears. I don't know, just had me thinking and an excuse to show off some cards. This was really something different. 97 Pinnacle, Cal Ripken, a passport card, but it's like a little booklet. You open it up, and it gives a little personal nod to the player and kind of his stats. Or I should say his height and weight, and I mean anything I guess a passport would. So kind of a cool card there. And then last thing I want to just bring up, in Stadium Club had this, it was kind of an interactive, remember Upper Deck had like the predictors, and you would get a player, and maybe if he won the MVP, then you could turn that card in for a prize. I came across this one with something cool. I think I've said cool like 10 times in this video, so I'll have to learn some new adjectives. But it's a super team card. This happens to be the Dodgers with Piazza on it. But the deal was, if the team pictured on the front won, if it won the World Series, you would get like a complete set of Stadium Club baseball that had an official World Series logo embossed on it. If they won a league championship, you won like a master photo set of the team, and then something else if they just won the division. But just, again, an interactive way for fans to engage with the game and the hobby. I think, again, if I'm missing something because I'm not collecting all the different things, I know Topps is doing some things now that living sets and Topps Now, those types of just variations on the hobby and different ways for people to collect. But I'd like if they brought stuff like this back into the hobby. So that's it for now, guys. Let me know what you think. I was going through, I've been watching some of these. I've been watching a lot of videos, and it's I have to keep reminding myself that the channel is just to show off my card and my love for the hobby, and it's not a competition of who's got a better collection. Everybody's got different income levels and just different likes, and I'm not going to be a big vintage guy. Again, a lot of what you guys are going to be seeing is just my collection from growing up, and that's okay. And I have to keep reminding myself that, because when I watch guys like DB Tiller or Mike Baseball Collector and Ray from Philly and the vintage stuff that they all have, and and they'll tell you that somebody else has an even more impressive one, Bowman 53. These guys, my collection doesn't stack up to them. I tell myself that, but then hey, it's not about that, and so I get in my head about these cards. People aren't even going to be. It's not worth somebody's time to show off 6 90s inserts, but it's not just about that. I'm just kind of talking about the hobby. So appreciate you guys tuning in, just listening to me rant and vent for a little bit. But thanks for the support, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.